The Nifty is off to a pretty flat start today after the nice move it made yesterday. But what is important to note over here is that the move continues to be pretty broad-based, because if I look at the NSE breadth, there are almost 2,000 stocks that are advancing. On the BSE, there are 2,800 stocks that are advancing, and that means that there's a lot of activity at the stock-specific level that we cannot really ignore, and that is why you have the mid and small cap indices gaining more than 1%. So yesterday it was more about large caps, today it is more about mid and small caps. Overall, the rally stays intact. There's another chart I'll probably publish later on India charts, and that is the adjusted data for the FII positioning. See, every time there's a change in lot size, we adjust it. So we have the entire historical data adjusted so that it remains comparable. And this time going from 25 to 75 means that historical data has to be made a third. Now, once we did that, and we did it a little later, 3 days after expiry, but the entire data is adjusted post pre-expiry, right? That is when the lot changes happened. And then we noticed that on the day, Monday, when you had the panic on US tariffs, that is when the FII short position ended up reaching the highest level in history. Okay, and it's a much higher level. It's slightly off the charts, and that means that we have a long way to cover if we start seeing some kind of short covering, which started to show up since Tuesday, that is yesterday. Yesterday we also saw some buying in the cash market. So there is some change in sentiment that started to happen as Donald Trump backed off from the tariffs and started to negotiate terms, which takes you to the point that this has all been a negotiation tactic, and that's why the dollar is also cooling off and so on. Now, not all the trends have changed, but some of them have started to change, and therefore the markets accordingly started to price that in. So it's a positive in the near term till something new happens, and the short positioning provides you the steam for short covering, and on the other side the budget has provided liquidity conditions, and we have an RBI policy on Friday, and the hopes are that they will at least start rate cuts. If not go aggressive, they may at least do one as a signal that we are headed towards lower interest rates, and all of that can be, in a nutshell, stimulative in the near term. So that is why last 2 days people asking, are you sounding optimistic? It's not last 2 days, I think since last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've been saying that we can actually see a bump up into the budget, and now it looks like probably a little longer than that, and we need to stay with this trend.